Hey everyone, welcome back for some more board gaming action. I'm looking at a game of Baldur's Gate, a game of Mage Knight after a very long stream of Baldur's Gate yesterday. We played a 10-hour stream non-stop Baldur's Gate and loving it. So pretty happy to have a new version of that because it was Baldur's Gate that got me playing D&D or roleplay games. And that brought me to board games, so really psyched for it, but needing to unwind a little. So what better to unwind than a brain crunching exercise like Mage Knight? So I'm not a new player. What do we want to do? I've seen the Lost Relic scenario, but I've never actually played it. So let's go for it. So we need to find all pieces of an ancient relic in the ruins of the old cities. It requires you to build a level 3 character. See the variants. This scenario uses the Blitz rules minus the starting reputation boost. The script removes all city only elite units. Okay. So we'll play as a random Mage Knight with a random dummy and nobody else. Two rounds. Is that day and night? And just a day and a night round. So we are Norwest, which is probably a terrible choice for a very short game. Select the desired starting level in your Mage Knight panel. Click the Create Card Pool to fill your hand with cards you can choose from. Okay, oh, hello, card pool. So, taking an advanced action is 6 influence, spells are 9 or 7 influence plus a crystal of the same colour. Looks like we start with 2. And we can take one of these. So we've got agility, firebolt, I quite like, influence, blood rage, pure magic, guardsmen, monks. Snowstorm. So we've got 18 influence. We could grab a couple of units. We could get a 5 and a 7. And then they're just permanently available to us, which is basically like having an extra card in your hand. Otherwise, for all 12 influence, we could get the diamond ring. Nine influence, and then 1 crystal. I think 2 advanced actions. Like firebolt and diplomacy. But getting more crystals could be very useful. We could take Snowstorm and a blue crystal. We know we can definitely use a ranged ice attack 5 at some point. But we focus mainly on green and white. There's no green. What would green mana? Green gets us move. Yeah, we'll take these. Changing anything in your player is set your status to incomplete. Put starting crystals from your inventory on the spell. Do I have to put them? Two advanced actions, -6. Remaining 12. It's not. It's 6 influence each. Oh, I get 1 for leveling up. Oh, interesting. So diplomacy, firebolt, and I could get 2 units. Yes, very good. I forgot because we're going to get it at level 3 for our start. Although that's not set yet, I presume it's going to. So, unfortunately, they both use blue and red mana, which we're not really going to generate. So we could go Snowstorm and a blue crystal. We've got influence from Norowas, and we could potentially... No, the unit offer's not set up yet, but we could potentially recruit more. Yeah, let's risk it. We could take Mana Bolt, because we can use our green for that. So that would be a spell. We'd have to use a crystal. We can't do. We'd do that and take a blue crystal. So we can use it. So we'll take these 3 cards and hope with our influence abilities as Norowas we can just recruit some better units. So they are good. Physical resistance 3 actually is pretty tempting. But then with only 5 left we'd have to just take the guardsman. So I think we'll do this. So, Blitz rules, Lost Legion monsters, Shades of Teslas are removed. It's an open, and there are 2 destroyed cities. Yeah, that's the same. It's leveled up, but we just don't get the fame from the normal Blitz rules. And we've got a decent starting hand. We've got the potential for a dungeon, which wouldn't use units, but we could get a spell or artifact for a brown creature. We could move on to it with 2 movement cards. Draw our hand back up. And we could come this way, potentially looking at the keep or this dungeon, this spawning monster den. With a keep recruitable unit, let's tilt it slightly more. The shock troopers. Scouts can be anywhere. That 1 siege or the movement is pretty good. And the Utum crossbowmen. Actually, both of these could be recruited from a village. But we actually have no village. So that's unusual. I think we'll go with planning. I'll take this, and the dummy has gone for right moment, which is perfect because we are actually going first. Oh, we didn't claim. We want... what is this? Reduce the movement of all terrain by 2. Next turn, reduce movement cost of all terrain by 1. I take this one. So we'll start here. We could use the green mana and just power it up for a move 4, but we'll get rid of Crystallize, I think. We've got green and white here, so if we want swiftness, we've got it. 2 red dice. Let's crystallize 1 red, so we've got everything. And we can move to 4. We've only got 2 cards left, so I think we will end our... yeah, I think we'll end our turn there. We will draw back up to 6, so we're going to get 4 new cards to look at. Rewards are claimed. Do the dummy's turn. White, which is unfortunate because it matches 2 crystals. They draw 2 cards, but 11 left in their deck, 10 in ours. We've got Firebolt, so we've got potential for 6 ranged attack. It would require 2 of our crystals, which is a shame to use them. But we can use Influence as block as well. No, Influence, Fame and Reputation. Let's go for it. So we're going to attack here. It draws us a brown token for physical resistance. So it's an attack of 5. We could block 2, 4, 5, and then we'd need a red plus 2 attack, so we'd have to use everything, but only 1 crystal. Actually, we wouldn't even need a crystal, we can use this. That's 3 fire. And then 2 normal damage is 1 because it's physically resistant. So we'd only have 5 cards left in our hand for next round. Or we keep these attack cards and these movement and noble manners. We can flip this token, use the white mana, and gain a green crystal. 3 range attack becomes 1.5, so 1 range plus 3 fire is 4. And we'll draw 2 cards. We've got movement, and we've got some reasonable attack. So we could potentially look at taking on the Wolf Riders. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I think we'll do this. So we'll end our turn. We will place a shield here. And we need to roll 1 dice. How do I roll? R. Shuffle that up a few times. Black. So black, unfortunately, I think, gets us a... oh, this is the dice. Well, I've shuffled 1. That would be cheating to give us a second roll. I wanted an artifact, but we've got a spell. So we can take any spell from the offer. All blocked enemies get their armor reduced to 1. Heal and ready units, but we don't have any. Let's take Whirlwind. We do still have a white crystal, so that's one we're going to draw into our hand. We could use it on the keep. That's our rewards claimed. The dummy, blue, so they draw one more. We've got diplomacy. So influence can be used as block, which works particularly well. So we need 3, 4, 5, 6 movement to get onto the keep. If we're doing that. We do have a blue mana. It would be 3 to get into the forest though. We could attack the Wolf Rider. I like the idea of going to the keep though, so that we could recruit the scouts and crossbowmen. So if we were to use a blue mana, and that's 3, we'd need 2 more. If we were into the keep, target enemy does not attack, but I'd need to use a couple of these cards for movements anyway. So I think we'll use the 4 movement to just come here, and we will provoke these guys. They've got swiftness. If we look at the reference table for swiftness, to block them you need twice as much block as their attack value. So I don't think I want to use the dice here, because we could use it for Whirlwind. Otherwise we need 8 block. Oh no, 6 block. We could take the damage, it is only 1 wound. And then we're going to heal it, so that's pretty good, and then we need 4 attack. Yeah, actually, so let's go for that. We'll attack here. We will take a wound by not blocking. Although it takes twice as much to block, his attack is still 3, and we have armor of 3. So we need 4 attack, and we'll do 2, 4, ending our turn on a glade. We can get rid of that. Let's end and level up. We get a new skill. Sharpshooting. Yes. It's quite nice. So we can claim 1 more card. Mana Storm or Ice Bolt? Let's do Ice Bolt. We've got quite a few ranged attacks we've picked up. Mana Storm is going to choose a mana dinosaur instead of showing basic colour, gain a crystal of that colour, then immediately reroll the die. Mana Storm is nice. As is Crystal Mastery. Just get all those crystals back. Any crystals you spent this turn are returned. We've got plenty. We've got lots of crystals we could use. Yeah, let's try Crystal Mastery. I'll give that a go. So we've claimed our rewards. We've gained 1 reputation. Done. So dummy player drawn green. So they might draw 3 more, but at least 2. We've got 7 cards left. We have this gold being here. We can do improvisation for 5 movement if we use a red mana. And we'd still have 3 movements to get onto... Yeah, we could get onto this Warren if we needed to as well. So we need red. We've got it here. Could use Crystal Mastery. Let's get rid of Noble Manners for that card. So we've got 5 movement. It will cost us 2 to reveal this tile. So we do have a village here, so we can go recruiting. There's not much else there that we want straight away, so our remaining 3 movement, we'll move here. It'll be a brown token. We don't really have... Yeah, we've got nothing to attack him with other than this 2 attack here. We could move, it'd be 3 more movement. Yeah, that'll take us a long way out of the way. Let's move on to the side. Hopefully we're going to draw 2 more cards. If one of them's got a decent attack, that will be plenty fine. Yeah, I think it's not much of a turn, but that would do. So we'll claim our rewards. Hey Karma, thanks for the raid. You caught me out. I was watching your stream and playing. Cheers, man. Have a good evening. So this is Mage Night for everyone that has just come across. It's quite a heavy board game. It plays up to 5 players, but I'm playing it solo at the moment. So we've got this dummy player, which is just a deck of cards, more as a timer. When his deck runs out, this day is done. For this scenario, for some reason we're floating. We're trying to find the lost artifacts. We have a deck of cards that dictate our actions. We did not get an attack card that I was hoping to see, but Mana Bolt will serve us well enough. So, the space we're on currently is one of these spawning monster dens. So what we're going to do with that is draw a brown token. Unfortunately, whoever designed this mod scripted it wonderfully, so I click this button and it flips one for us. So we're fighting a Medusa. We've only got 6 armor, so this fist of 6 means we would take 2 wounds. But I don't want to take that because the statue here means we'd be paralysed. We would literally be turned to stone and would have to discard our entire card. So we need some way to stop that 6 attack. So what we're going to look to do, we'll play Crystal Mastery as its strong ability, the bottom ability here. At the end of the turn, any crystals you've spent are returned to your inventory. So we'll use a blue crystal. This is a blue card to power that strong ability. We can then which card would we like to use? It's only got a defense of 4, so we can just use Mana Bolt. it requires this symbol here, a blue mana to power up its basic ability to use any, and gold can be used for any colour. You can power it with one of the dice. And then we need a ranged attack to attack it before it attacks us. We could either use white for ranged ice attack or green for siege ice attack. It's not resistant to either, so it doesn't matter. We will use green and destroy it. Because of Crystal Mastery, we're going to get both of these cards, both these crystals back, so I'm just going to move them out of the area before I click end of turn, because otherwise the scripting for this module will discard them. We can only use one dice a turn, but that's really good. Actually, we could just power Mana Bolt. Since we're only using 2 crystals, we could lose one of them. The reward from this site is to get 2 crystals back. We could save Crystal Mastery for a turn when we're using more. Hopefully we get a blue. Yeah, let's keep hold of this Crystal Mastery card. So we will claim some extra fame, which unfortunately leaves us just short of levelling up. The dummy player then will draw 3 cards. They only have 1 left in their deck, which means we've got a turn. They will play end of round. We've got a turn, which will be the last one. If anyone is curious, this is one of the more complicated modern board games. My Friday stream is normally the one where I give myself a headache playing a complicated beast of a game, which, following on from 10 hours of Baldur's Gate yesterday, is not a sensible way to organise my streaming schedule, but there we go. So we need to move. We're nowhere near anywhere at the moment. There's 5 tiles left in this stack. We don't want to really be moving backwards, although this keep is a nice target. So I think we want to move here. We could explore. We haven't really got a lot of movement abilities on us, but we'll use the basic ability of swiftness as 2, and any other card you've got can always be discarded for a basic ability of 1, so we will play determination as 1 and get rid of whirlwind as well. So this can be 2 movement plus this 2 movement is 4. And we could get onto that village. There's a few units we can recruit from there, and I think we will get one of them now. We have white mana in the source, so 2/4 to get onto the village. We'll play diplomacy. If we use a white mana die, we can use the strong ability, which is influence of 4, and we will claim the scouts. They give us this ability at the bottom, move 2, but also just a little point of siege, which is pretty good. That is unfortunately our 1 interaction for the round, so we will have to end there. We've got no reward. Dummy player we'll call the end of round, and now this is our final turn. We did get exactly to the bottom of our deck of cards. Right, so got a little bit of movement. Mana draw lets us use an additional dice, so let's go for that. We can get lots of movement if we play concentration. Oh, that was green. Not quite green, there we go. So green, we get +2, which will make it 6 movement. This lets us ready a unit, which is a healing ability. We could use it for 2 movement and play Rejuvenate to ready it. So we could have 8 movement. So let's explore 2. Three white crystals for 7. Fame is quite good. That's 2 exploration, 4 movement. Another mage tower, okay. We could move 2 and 1 more movement point to get into the mage tower. But we've got no attack ability. I think if we just moved next to it onto the blue-green mine, we can use threaten sideways as that 1 additional movement. So that's a lot of movement. Actually, we've got 2 more movement here as well. So we can explore this space. It's a lot of movement. Oh, come on, look at this. Wall of water. So we'll probably have to fight this mage tower. It's during the night, so it's going to take more movement to get in there. That's really unfortunate. We'll play Crystal Mastery. Strong ability, the weak ability. Gain a crystal to inventory. Oh, we never re-rolled. Rolled for our 2 crystal reward, did we? So let's roll. Oh, let's just draw more dice. So a white crystal and a blue. So I'll get another blue crystal from Crystal Mastery. And we'll end our turn there. And at the end of the round we can get blue or green. I will take another blue. So actually instead of the... No, because we didn't know we were going to end on that site when we fought it. That would be too cheaty. Reclaim our rewards. It goes to night, so the movement costs have switched between forest and desert. Okay. Round 2 of 2, so we need to... How many more? 2 more tiles, so hopefully the other city is here and we can fight them en route. We've got a good amount of movement. What colour is this one? We don't have black mana. We could make sure the target enemy doesn't attack this turn and take preparation. If this is the final round, we need to defeat 2 Draconum. I'd prefer to keep Whirlwind for fighting a dragon. I think Long Night to get 3 cards back into our hand could be really good. Sparing power will let us get one very strong turn, so yeah, let's do this. The dummy, we need to select, pick a random card. So we're going to store a card. The dummy draws red. So we need 5 movement to get into the Mage Tower, and we don't even know what's in there. So if we did 2, 4 movement, it would be 5 to get down here. And we could walk around this way, might be a little easier than coming up here. We could spend 5 and 3 white mana if we use both of our crystals to get 7 influence. 2, 4, 6, 7, which would level us up. And get Ice Bolt. Yeah, let's discard some cards and move back here. And then we can use 1, 2, and the white dice for 3. Do that. We can use motivation or refreshing bath. I think we take motivation and Ice Bolt. Okay, so we will store a card and do the dummy player. Now we need to move into the keep. And not the keep. We could attack both. Ooh. Thanks for the follow, not yet again. Happy to have you here. Are you a board gamer yourself, or just caught the stream from Increasing Karmas? I think I want to attack both of these guys together, even though that's probably suicidal. We've got a good few crystals. We could do Crystal Mastery. With flip motivation. Yeah. We'll go for both of them, so we're going to attack here and that side. So he's spell resistant, which is unfortunate. Definitely Whirlwind was a plan. We've got our white mana. Let's see, so Crystal Mastery with a stumbled in as a board gamer. Awesome. Is Mage Knight a game you're familiar with? I tend to keep talking through my thoughts as if it's someone inexperienced to board gaming or Mage Knight that stumble in. So we might have to get the Stone Thrower to not attack with Whirlwind, but if we can reduce his attack, you got the Ultimate Edition. Ah, fantastic. I haven't got the Ultimate Edition only because I've got the game and the expansions separately, and for the 5 additional cards, it's a pretty steep cost. And unfortunately, I live in the UK, and the additional cards from WizKids, I think they only ship in the US, which is tragic. Yes, the scripting for the module here, it's really well done. In the menu, you can choose what scenario you want to play. So this is the Lost Relic. Lost Relic Blitz, actually. I'm not sure if that's the only version of the Lost Relic. I've never played the Relic mission previously, but everything is automated. Your play area gets cleaned up with stuff that's left here. Cards get discarded, dice re-rolled. Yeah, it's really nice, and it automatically calculates how much fame and rep you need based on what you kill. So we could use 2 4 movement to reduce the stone thrower attack, because cumbersome, unlike block, you can partially reduce. You may spend movement points. For each point spent, reduce the attack by 1 for the rest of the turn. An attack reduced to 0 is considered blocked, but it doesn't have to be reduced to 0. So we can reduce this attack to 3 and take a damage, and then use something like Firebolt. The sorcerers would then only have 4 ranged attack, so we'd need at least a swiftness. To get 6 attack. And we'd need to discard 2 more cards for the movement. It's ridiculously more expensive than the UK. Got yours because you walked in and it's on clearance for $60. Wow. Yeah, that's fantastic price. Whereabouts in the US are you? Test my geography here. So those 2 as 2 movement. 4 reduces it, we take a wound. That would kill it. And this kills it before it deals. Ah, no, it's Fortified Sight, isn't it? You were from the Mage Tower. So you would deal us, has to be us, and it would be another 2 wounds and 2 in our discard. Interesting. So taking 3 wounds isn't too bad. 2 in the discard I don't care about because this is the final round. It's only a 2-round scenario. We won't ever draw them. Yes, it's negative points, but I just need to finish it at this point. Which I'm not sure with 9 cards. I think we've got 2 Undersparing Power. I'm not sure we're going to get round to the Draconum, let alone kill him. This is a very bad layout. That's done us no favours. So let's take those 2 additional wounds. And 1, 2. It feels like we're going to have to take 1 additional wound and spend a turn resting, and we could just get rid of 1 card to reduce this to 6. I think Yeah, I think we're doing okay on turns compared to our deck. Could use the scouts instead of getting rid of a card, but influence at this point, I don't think I've got time to spend to recruit anyone. You're in the Atlanta area, right next to Simon's headquarters. Yeah, fair enough. So it must be... Are you just waking up? Is this your I'm eating cereal and watching a board game moment? Got to be pretty early in the day, isn't it? Is it 5 hours? So 9, 10 o'clock-ish? This was a mana token, so this will be discarded. These were crystals, and because of Crystal Mastery, we're going to get them back, so I will just take them first. Yeah. And we will gain 1. Oh no, it is 0. Yeah, it's correct. Because we lose 1 for assaulting, gain 1 for killing this. Claim those rewards. We'll store a card, process the dummy. Red, fantastic, that's what we needed. Oh, we didn't take a spell actually, did we, as our reward? Use an ability, you may move to a space and explore new tiles that are 2 spaces away as if you were adjacent. I think that's what we need, isn't it? That could save us a lot of movement. At the end of your turn, set this card aside. Back into your hand, skip the draw new cards portion. Immediately take another turn. I think that's going to be the only way we get through it. Fortunately, there is no black mana. Alright, so we're going to discard these cards purely as a rest action. You may reveal a new tile at a distance of 2 spaces instead of 1. I think we can still do that. Well, let's mark that as it's done. So we can reveal this token. $9.46 here, yeah. Ah, see? I got the time zone right. Okay, this is horrific area. What sort of stuff do you animate? We've got 5 left. Okay, we will store another card. Dummy player. Ah, that's unfortunate, but with 1 card left, we've got 2 turns, which will be this hand of cards. That should have discarded. And then this with our sparing power. So space bending. This turn you may move to spaces and explore tiles that are 2 spaces away as if you're adjacent. Ignore spaces you leap over. Your movement does not provoke rampaging enemies this turn. So we could move here and then here, but moving out would cause problems. So if we move to here and then into the city, we don't provoke this guy, and we'd need 9 movement next round, which is pretty bad. I think that's gonna have to be the case. We don't really have much to attack with though. So improvisation with a die. We're probably going to need mana bolt. We've got this is 5 movement. That's still only enough to get us into the forest. We need 2 more, so we do need swiftness, so we'll have to discard rage. And then we've got these 3 cards. Attacking the city, that seems like our best option. We're going to have a reasonable amount of cards. What have we looked at already? 2 green movements. We've got 1 blue movement in our deck now, haven't we? So yeah, just 4 movement. No, we don't have the blue movement. So there's 2 blue movement cards. Okay, we could do it. Promotional videos, done lots of work. Oh, big corporations. I just work retail. It's a running specialty store that I manage. So we do sort of biomechanical assessments and things like that as well. So more than just simple service, but certainly not as intricate as anything you do animation wise. That's really cool. Campaign games, your favourite type of board games? I'd say crunchy Euro games. I do like, I mean obviously things like Gloomhaven is a fantastic campaign game, but I like, very similar to Mage Knight, I like the fact you've got a deck of cards and it's the puzzle of card play. It's nice that it's got that story element to it. But then I've also found some campaign games to be more focused on the narrative than actually having a solid gameplay framework that it's built on. No, I've not played Jaws of the Lion yet. I do hope to get it, but having just moved, I'm actually just going to leave it on my Christmas wish list rather than buy it. But yeah, I've no doubt it's going to be fantastic. Some of the classes actually, yeah, I forget because they moved them around. I think one of the classes that's in Jaws of the Lion, when Marcel was designing it initially, I helped do a little bit of play testing, but my schedule got pretty overworked. But yeah, in Frosthaven, the Drifter class, that's amazing. I know he's gone through lots of iterations since then. He was on stream actually. I think I was playing the digital Gloomhaven. He was chatting to me then. He says he's gone through quite a few iterations, but even the version I played was really good fun. So yeah, really excited for Frosthaven coming out. Alright, let's give this dragon a go. What have we got? Okay. So he's resistant to red spells, which is fine. We're going to have to whirlwind to stop him attacking. And then we can just ice attack 8. Yeah. So we've used this blue and we're using, oh, we need white. So we will have to flip this for the white crystal and green, which is okay. And then mana bolt, and then we need another blue for ice attack 8. Or we could use red. What does green get us? Green is only 5. And we've only got one extra attack. Yeah, no worries, man. Lovely to have some company. You do what you need to do. I can imagine animation's not something you can just do half-heartedly. I know when I'm trying to watch a stream and even edit some of my my Twitch streams ready to upload to YouTube, I realise I have not concentrated at all on what's happening in the background. So if you hear me say something stupid, do jump in. But yeah, take care, man. No, we needed... We could do red or blue. What spells did we have? I think I want to keep the blue. I think we have another spell. I should know this. What did we pick up to start with? I don't think we've seen our... Okay, we've seen both of these. So I think that's the only red advanced action that I'm that bothered about. And then we've got this +1 attack as well. Because red gives us Cold Fire 7. +1 for 8. Man, that deck looks awful, doesn't it? 2, 4, 6 wounds. But we've avoided a wound here. This feels good. We're going to fight... here. Where's the Lost Relic? When entered, fight and defeat, player claims the relic piece and marks the hex with a shield. So do I just need to... Yeah, so I think I just need to defeat both dragons to claim the relic piece. So technically, I mean, it's not an actual thing to pick up. Ah, okay, relic piece recovered. That's what I was looking to see in the scripting. Nice. This feels awful. There's nowhere else with only one unit. We've leveled up though, so at least now our armor is 4. Our rewards are claimed. We will process the dummy. And can we... 2, 4, 6... Has this given us all the cards? I thought we had more. We can ready a unit so we can get our scouts back with Rejuvenate. We've got no spells, that's really horrific. We need 2, 5, 9. Yeah, so we're going to end up provoking both of these chaps as well. We used the scouts for their movement. We could do 4, crystallize for 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It would have No blue mana here. Block 5 could be huge. We do have a blue die actually, so 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then we've got enough to do concentration. Hey, underestimated monkey. Yes, kicking off some solo Mage Knight today. My head is pretty fried. We did a 10-hour Baldur's Gate stream yesterday, so clearly Mage Knight in the morning is what you follow up that with. And it's not gone well. We came up to the mines here and then revealed the city was blocked, which was pretty unfortunate. The dummy, yes, the dummy is fully automated. It's a really good tabletop sim. At the end of a round, it will refresh the offer. It gives it the right card, gives it the new crystal, and when it draws the cards, it matches the colour and draws additionally any extra cards it needs. So the scripting is fantastic on this. I think having swiftness available is better than using our blue mana and having the scouts. What's that block? I mean, what wounds are we going to take from these guys? We can't block them. So this will be 2 wounds and this will be 2, so they won't knock us out. But it's 1 in our hand, so 3. If we're going to take 3 wounds from the dragon, we need the block. Yeah, let's go for it, because we can get 5 attack, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 attack isn't a lot, but it's all I can see to muster. Name of the mod. Let me finish this up and I'll go into the menu and yeah, check it out for you. So we've got pretty lucky, I think. Did I say 9 attack? I think I might have. We had concentration. The green mana. Well, actually, we could do it on rage for 4. Swiftness. So that's 6, 7, 8, 9. That's enough to kill him. It would take 10 block, so we definitely can't do that. But I can block. Yeah, I could block the war beasts, so at least they don't hurt us. This will be 4 wounds, but 2 to our hand, 3 to our hand, 3 to our discard. And he'll be dead, and we will survive, even if totally wounded. So let's take 1, to 3 to our hand. That's 1 from the Cursed Hag and 1 to our discard. This guy does 2 to our hand and 2 to our discard. And this is blocked. So we're getting 10 fame, which is correct. Oh no, it's not. This guy's not defeated. We're getting 7 fame. So we're not getting more fame than we're losing, but at least... Ooh, error in scripting. It hasn't put them back where it needed to go. That's a shame. Not sure why. Normally the scripting is really good. I'm putting everything back just as I'm talking about how wonderful it is. But we have recovered that other piece of relic. So we have completed the scenario. Did it give us our reward? 7 reputation. 2, 4, 6, 7. I'm not sure. So Wolfhawk's not included, but we've only got noble manners. This isn't an actual city, so we couldn't do a recruit action or heal. So we will... Oh, okay, it didn't give us the reward because it's still here. So 2, 4, 6. We would have leveled up if I discard this token off my board. So we're getting no fame. We could have got 1 card. Gain a crystal to your inventory of the same colour as a spell. Throw an action card to gain 2 crystals. So all we could do, unfortunately regeneration isn't an available option to us. Could have claimed this. And we could have thrown away noble manners by playing this. Actually, what's the strong ability? It doesn't matter. Basically, we're gaining 2 crystals for the added 1 point on our final turn. So this doesn't matter. All right. Whew. That was particularly tricky. The amount of wasted movement. Instead of just being able to come here and down, having to go all the way around in that final... I mean, it's only a 2-round scenario, 1 day, 1 night. That's a lot of movement to have to make up. So let's see, the scoring for the Lost Relic. Fame and achievement, time bonus. 5 for the pieces, 10 if all pieces. We've got 20 for getting all of the relic pieces. 64 to 84. And achievements aren't going to be great for us. Spells, let's have a look. We've got Crystal Mastery, Firebolt, Ice Bolt. This is annoying that it stays here. How many wounds do we have? 12. So 12 wounds is minus 24 points. Let's take that off. Wow, 84 down to 60 goes a long way. So if we take the wounds out of our deck, should see any other cards that we've got. Yes, 15 cards when we trashed one, so we've got 3 spells and 4 advanced actions, which will be 10 points. No artifacts. We've got 2 pairs of crystals, so that's 12 points. We have 1 uninjured unit, level 1. For 1 point. And sights, we went to 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's 8 points. Down to 81. So I think all of our endgame points pretty much just balanced out the number of wounds. No, 5 points because end of round wasn't called. Yeah. 81 to 86. So, yes. This is, I think, probably the most wounds I have ever ended a game with, but we did actually manage to complete the scenario. So I'm pretty chuffed with that. Let's have a look. So this module, it's called Mage Knight Plus Highly Scripted. Created by Tough Luck. Who is currently online. But if we start a new game of it, you can see just how much this actually automates. So you can choose, it uses not only the official ones, but I think a lot of the fan-made content as well. So Volcaire, always fun ones. Conquest, you can choose Ymurg, who is, I believe, the fan-made Mage Knight. You've got Atlantean Weather, Start During the Night. You've got the quest cards, or just whether you want to add in all the Tesla monsters, the Lost Legion stuff, Rampage rules. Yeah. Doesn't let you play 5 players though. It's just 4 players and a dummy, but I mean, who would play Mage Knight 5 players? Might not be so bad on Tabletop Simulator if you're saving and coming back to it, but I could imagine this just being an all-day activity if you're doing it 5 players. But yeah, so you can add everything in. We want to be a random player, we want a random dummy. Start solo, we could adjust the city levels if we wanted. And it's just going to script all the setup for us. Flip over the first couple of tiles. Any revealed tile has everything placed in it. If there's a monastery, it adds something to the offer. As soon as a core tile is revealed, the offer knows to add gold units. And then, yeah, the smart play area. Face up cards go to discard. Face down gets deleted. Mana dice are returned and re-rolled. Skills return to their spots. Face up monsters are assumed defeated, and face down monsters assumed to survive and put back on their spot. So yeah, I would highly recommend this module. I don't think there's really anything wrong with it that I've ever found. I've played it probably a dozen or so times now. I've always found it worked quite well. It's lovely having that scripting just to keep track of everything. Of course, because I trust it, if something does go wrong, I'm never really checking, but yeah, I enjoy it. Oh, need to remember at this point, have a stretch, have a drink of water, try and stay hydrated.